Magic the Gathering Edge of Eternities has been released. Will this set be great? Yes or no? Because it is living in the shadows of Final Fantasy and it just comes before Spider-Man, which will release in September. So it is very uncertain if this set will be a banger, yes or no. There is a lot of speculation that this is a very great set, so we are very looking forward to opening a Play Booster box, 30 packs of pure fun. But before we dive into that, let's first check out some of the great cards that we can find in this new set. The cards shown here can be cards that you find in the Play Booster packs or the Collector Booster packs. I'm not going to open a Collector Booster box because, ladies and gentlemen, this channel is not making any money from making content. Why is that? Because a lot of people are not liking the videos, are not subscribed, and we are simply not big enough. So we need your support. Come on, click that like button, click that subscribe button, and we will do our best to see in the future that we can open also some collector booster boxes here on the channel. So we have some great looking cards, especially now. Look at these ones here. And then also the Starfield Vocalist, a very great card, but can be found in the collector boosters, not in the Play Booster packs. Nope. Then we got some black cards over here. Yeah, also some great looking artifacts. If you look at these cards over here, I can imagine if you find these in your collector boosters, those will be very great. Especially if you check out this one here, the End Stone. I can imagine you would be glad with such a card. Then some land cards, and to my surprise, there are some very great cards as well. I kinda dig these land cards, to be honest. So they are not looking bad. Can we already compare it a little bit what we had in Final Fantasy? I don't know. I'm not gonna give my opinion yet because I find we first gotta open some packs and gotta see what else this set has in store for us. So I really hope you are looking forward to it because let's go. Okay, we got here our Play Booster box, 30 packs, pure fun. Let's dive in. So as you know, this set released August 1st. Pre-release was already a couple days in advance if you are, of course, an official store that organizes Play. But we are an online store, so that does not count for us. So first of all, what do we already got here? Yeah, you can read it afterwards when you like. I'm not gonna do it right now. Why? Because time is precious. First of all, I've gotta say, these packs really look nice. I really like the coloring. It just fits very well. So let's make some room and dive in. Oh yeah. So the set was released August 1st, and there was already a lot of speculation. Will supply meet demand? And that is a bit the thing. I've seen several suppliers being sold out. Ooh, a nice land already here. Okay, I'm digging this. Biotech specialist. It's a bug. Yeah. The sculpturing blast and forest and a robot. So yeah, I've already seen a couple of suppliers being sold out, but there is on my end not so much demand yet. What I already saw on my side was my supplier was later than usual with the delivery. So there was already a kind of a demand for the set. But I've already seen as well that there is some extra stock coming in the middle of August. So do not despair, there will be product available. Singularity Rapture, Island Lander. So yeah. So the great question you need to ask yourself is, this set now is between Final Fantasy and Spider-Man. Yeah, that is making it a very difficult decision. This set is also now falling in the middle of the summer, so perhaps a lot of people are simply just skipping the set. and waiting for Spider-Man, because a lot of people went headfirst. Ooh, see this nice card. So a lot of people went headfirst into Final Fantasy, especially if you look at those collector booster boxes. Those collector booster boxes, you remember the price of those went up until what, 1,000 euros? Crazy, right? Crazy. But we all know why that was. Chocobo, the golden Chocobo, which was sold, I think, already a couple of times for around 40, $50,000. Crazy amount. I've seen also other sales, I think some for 75,000, but it was not completely confirmed yet, the payment through eBay. So I haven't followed it up, so I don't actually know if that card went out for that price, yes or no. But still, can you imagine such a price for just one single card? Ooh. Oreplat Pangolin. Imagine that someone really is so crazy to pay so much for one single card. Crazy. What do you need to know about Edge of Eternities, the collector boosters? There is no serialized card in here. No, it is not in this set. So that also limits a bit. You dog. That also limits a little bit the hype around the collector boosters, because those collector boosters, I think, will be still for sale in the next weeks, months. Ooh, Specimen Fighter. Also not a bad card. And then an island. Yeah, you see, these are perhaps simple cards, but they are nice. Nice to have. So are you looking forward to this set? I'm very curious to know if you are going to buy sealed products, or are you just simply going to buy single cards? Because I gotta be honest, I see a lot of people hunting for single cards. Perhaps that's just me, but I've read that apparently Magic the Gathering players more are into buying single cards than buying always sealed products, simply because full rates, okay, they are not so magnificent, and you gotta take into account Magic the Gathering sets are big. Ooh, they are big. So collect. Ooh, Star Breach Whale. That's an interesting whale. So yeah, these sets are big, and from now a store perspective, it's a pain in the ass putting all these cards online. So many cards. Why? Why? Sometimes I'm already complaining about the number of cards for a Pokemon set, and then I started doing Magic the Gathering. What the fuck? Yeah? Excuse me, but yeah, it is like that. It is a ton of work. It's not that I don't like it, being busy with the cards, but so many cards. It must be difficult for the players as well to make decent choices for the cards. Yeah, I really need to get a bit more into the actual game and get to know, because you get then hey, also the numbers here. That means, okay, the cost for this card and things like that. There are so many different things with these cards. Yeah, I really need to understand a little bit better. And then sometimes as well, starport security. A lot of people are now encountering security at the airport. Oh yeah, holiday time. So yeah, but so many cards, and then also sometimes those cards with two sides. That's really something special. Not always easy to discover, okay, which is now the correct side. But yeah, it's usually those token cards that have two sides. Yep. What I also find so special is then the art series. Apparently here there are no art series. Yeah. So, but okay, but for the moment, the cards do not look bad. Do not, this one here, this is now the normal one, and then previously we had then a foil one. But also there are different kinds of foil. There is, well, I think, fracture foil and things like that. Yeah, there's a kind of foil specifically for the collector boosters, I think. But you also then have the foil cards in the commander decks. I don't know if that's different. Never opened the commander deck, to be honest. Another weird land card. Never opened a commander collector deck, to be honest. Nope. But from what I've read, it is just plain and simple the exact same content as a normal commander deck, but just with a foil finishing. Don't know if the value of these cards then will be magnificent, yes or no. And to be honest, from Final Fantasy, I have not seen a lot of interest in the collector commander decks because I still have them and only sold one, which is terrible to be honest. So I don't know, but I think a lot of people play commander, but still these ones did not sold. Or perhaps I just got the collectors, which are overpriced in this case. Could be. So what are you planning now for Spider-Man? I'm trying to plan myself a little bit to see, okay, what are the players now expecting of that set? Will it be a great set for players? Yes or no? Perhaps it's still a bit early to already know that, but I think a die-hard player has already figured out certain things or has certain expectations. Very curious to find out. Ooh, swarm color. Yeah, to be honest, I'm already too late for the collector boosters. They are already sold out, so there is already kind of a hype. Perhaps there is again a serialized card in that. I think so. Yeah, it's a really magnificent set probably, and then people are jumping on that, and it would be a missed opportunity for Magic the Gathering to skip that. So yeah, so very curious to know what you guys are thinking about it and what kind of commander decks will you be looking, because I don't want to buy the collector commander decks and just have them in my inventory. Yeah, I want to make sure that I got the products in stock that you require, that you need to build a successful deck. And if you say, hey man, no single product, just open some product and put the singles online, fine for me. We will do that as well. Yeah, of course. So I'm here now opening one booster box. Ooh, command bridge. So we are now opening here one booster box, and in one of my upcoming live streams, perhaps this Sunday or somewhere next week, I will open a second booster box. You see here, that little box here in the back will be opened in one of our live streams. If you haven't joined our live streams yet, I highly recommend. It is fun. You can ask me questions. Yeah, we can have a bit of an open conversation, which is very good. We are not a headless store. Nope, we don't hide anywhere, which is great. Which is great. Yeah, you can ask us stuff, and we want to learn from you as well. So join our live stream on YouTube, check it out, and let us know if you have any questions or remarks. So for the moment, I think we are 1/3 in. Don't see a lot of high, perhaps value. Very curious what we will pull. I remember the Final Fantasy box. The value that we got out of that box was very good, to my surprise, because I think there was a card worth like 80 or 90 euros. Will this now also be the case? I don't know. I don't know. Correct pile. I don't know. I don't think the value of these cards will go so high in comparison with Final Fantasy or what we can expect for Spider-Man. So yeah, the price for the booster boxes, I've already seen that those from middle of August will be priced higher. So yeah, simple supply and demand. Yeah, yeah. So, but also I see that the bundles are still available as well. So there is a lot of opportunity to buy product. It's not like with Final Fantasy that sometimes you needed to look a little bit. Okay. Have you also looked a bit further in down the line to see what else is going to release? Airbender will be released. I think when is it? I think November, something like that. Cryo Shatter. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those sets, and I know a lot of people are complaining, but why Universes Beyond again? Why then so with those other brands involving them in it, like Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, Avatar? It is about money. It is about drawing people, new people, into the game, getting them acquainted with the game. That is all what it's about. Is that always great? No, because some diehard players will not like it. They do not like certain IPs that are introduced. So, yeah, I can understand that, but in the end, yeah, Magic the Gathering, yeah, it is all about money. They say it's about the players, but as you know from the past, they make decisions that bring them money. Yeah. So it is not always about the players. Look at those. How are those cards named again? Those special packs. Yeah, that's all also about the money. And then those serialized cards. they really hit the jackpot because you gotta see it like it is like gambling. And the rarer the this is also one. Look at that. So the rarer the card, the more hype from the players, from the collectors. So yeah, that was one of the great decisions that that they made in this game. It's like with Labubu, huh? That's the reason also why those damn things are so popular. The mystery behind it. Can we get something great out of a blind box? Can we get something great out of a collector booster pack? It is all about that. And it is psychology. Psychology. And we all know opening up booster packs is so exciting. You don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, it's everybody likes that. You're not gonna say to me that you do not like opening up booster packs. It can be very addictive. It is another kind of gambling and it can cost a lot of money, especially if you did it with Final Fantasy, collect the booster boxes. Yeah, I was watching Charlie on YouTube, the Penguin Zero channel there. He has 70 million subscribers. He also opened a couple of those collector booster boxes. It's like an addiction. He got hooked, but in the end, did he pull a golden chocobo? Forget about it. There is such a slim chance that you pull such a magnificent card. That's also the thing that they say when you open booster boxes. If it's now a player booster box, a draft booster box, or collector booster box, the value that you will get out of it is most of the times not even close to the price that you paid for it. Nope, not at all. If I need to say a number, I would say it's around 60% most of the times. So you can get lucky. You can get lucky and you can have a lot of profit. But yeah, that's usually not for the most of us. So yeah. And we all know that. We all know that and we keep falling for it. But it is also fun. So, but if you dive into such things, yeah, be responsible. It's like gambling. They should put that on these booster packs as well. Yeah. It can be addictive. Be careful and seek help if needed. Yeah, yeah. Focus, fire. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm still waiting for great card. We are almost 2/3 in. 2/3. Come on. Come on. What will it be? What do you think? What do you think? Will we get something great? Nope. Oh, yes. Come on, come on. Give me a hand here. Click that like button if you haven't done it already. Subscribe to the channel. Perhaps that will give me the luck that I need to pull something great. As I mentioned also previously, I would like to open collector booster boxes in the future, but for the moment, the content here on YouTube, we do not make a single buck out of it. We are not so big. And yes, you will see advertisements from YouTube, but YouTube is collecting the money, not us. Don't come bitching to me. Yeah, I'm seeing advertisements, you're making money. Nope. I don't get a single penny out of that. Nope. Not enough watch hours, not enough subscribers. So, yeah, not my fault. Come on, come on. 1/3 in. I want to know what we got. Ooh, this is a rare. Okay, okay, okay. Finally, a card. Well, we got a lot of cards, but finally, okay, okay. So we got here a Swamp and an Embrace Oblivion. Okay, not bad. Okay. I think someone pressed the like button because I got a great card. Come on. For all the others that haven't done it yet, click it. Come on. We still got some packs to do. I still need the luck. Afterwards, you can do what you want. But now you gotta click the like button. But don't click it multiple times because otherwise you will remove the like. That's also not good. Be smart, my friends. Be smart. Mechan Navigator. Forest. Oh no, robot. I don't need a robot. It's getting small. It's getting small. Yep, I'm not going to get, at this rate, I'm not going to get the value out of it. Nope. And as you know, all the cards that are being pulled here will end up on the website, tcgbandits.eu. But give me some time to put them up. Oh, this is a nightmare. I still need to put up the cards from Aether Drift as well. I did Final Fantasy 2 booster boxes. The contents of 2 booster boxes is on the website. Already sold several cards of it, of course, of course. Yeah, was a pretty popular set, but Aether Drift still haven't found the time. And then now I'm going to give priority to Edge of Eternities. Yep, I know people will be looking more for these cards than Aether Drift. Aether Drift was not a great success. Kind of looks like a flop if you see the prices for those booster boxes. It it tanked, and also collector boosters are still available. So people are really not into it. Nope. Ooh, someone from hell. Mountain Lands and Lander. So yeah, Aether Drift was really not a success. But I have some difficulties in sometimes understanding why such a set is not accepted by the community very well, because there were some great cards in it. And okay, if overall perhaps it is not so magnificent if you look at Final Fantasy and then perhaps other sets, but still every set has its function, its likability, I would say. And then also, in case you haven't been informed yet, Edge of Eternities brings forward the rotation. So now with Edge of Eternities released, some other sets will not be legal anymore for tournaments. It is the rotation. And this is now about, it is, if I remember, this is now the final rotation. And then the next rotation will be, I think, January 2027, because they are going to skip next year in the summer and they are going to put it in the beginning of the calendar year. Ooh, this is a rare nesting ground. So they are changing it up a little bit. Yep. But okay, I don't know. Do you like that they changed that, or is that something that you say I was not expecting them to make that move? Is that a problem for you in your in calculating, okay, how long can you do with the cards and things like that? Because now the certain cards from certain sets you need to remove from your deck because you cannot use them. They are simply not legal anymore. It depends, of course. I don't know. If you play now with friends, what do you do? Do you always play with tournament legal cards, or do you say, I don't care? I play with all cards. I don't care. Could be. Could be that you say, I don't care. Because I think if you play with friends, does it matter in the end? If you play now officially, then okay, I can imagine that you say, okay, you need to play because otherwise it does not count. Sammy's curiosity. Is Sammy curious? Apparently, planes. Sometimes these planes cards can be great. Can be great. How many packs? 4 packs. 4. Come on. We want a good card. And you know it. If we don't pull a good card now, then perhaps that other booster box might be the booster box that we need for one of those great mythic cards. Can be. Ooh, galvanized saw ship. Okay. Special. Cerebral download. Okay. Track the beam. Womp. Lander. Come on. Very exciting. So also after you watch this video, you can also head over to our website, tcgbanders.eu, because you will find sealed products in case you're interested. Yes, so we got a couple of booster boxes, we got the pet pack bundle, and we got some pre-release packs as well. If you're not interested, you're not interested, but if you want, we will have it available. Limited quantities, of course, because we never dive into head first. Nope. The thing is, you never know if a set will be a success, yes or no. And now with Edge of Eternities, we didn't want to take any risk, especially not because it falls just in between Final Fantasy and Spider-Man. I can imagine that it is a tricky set. I can imagine that. So yeah, I always say better safe than sorry. Better avoid having too much inventory and that in 1 year you say, oh shit, it's still sitting here. Yeah. Then perhaps I can buy less Spider-Man or Avatar, and that would be a shame, right? Because then I don't have the sets that you are looking for. Yep. It's not good. No. I would not like that as well. No. Starfighter pilot. Ooh, swamp. Land. Come on. I'm hesitant a little bit because I would like to keep one of these packs and just display it like that in my cabinet, but perhaps I can do it from the other booster box. I want to open this final pack. As I said, it is an addiction. It's not a good addiction. No, no. But uh come on. Do you have that as well? That you say I want to keep one pack and that you still open it, or that you say I'm gonna keep a booster box sealed or something else sealed, and then afterwards it starts itching like that, and then you say I'm gonna open it anyway. Sometimes I have that, yeah. And I also gotta stop Cindy sometimes because she also has that itch, but then for Pokemon. Yeah. They always say life is short and you gotta take advantage of it. Consult the star charts. Insatiable. Skidamore. This is the end, my friends. This is the end. In the end, did I get a great booster box? Hell no. But opening up booster boxes is always a gamble. But okay, I'm gonna wrap up, and you know it. If you wanna see me open that second booster box, then tune in for one of our live streams coming up. Perhaps it will be in the next live stream, or it could be somewhere next week. But if you don't wanna miss it, then check out our YouTube channel because the schedule for now Sunday is already up. Normally we start at 7 p.m. So do not miss it. If you are looking for sealed products, head over to tcgbandits.eu. If you are looking to buy packs to be opened during our live stream, still thinking if I will offer Edge of Eternities play booster packs to buy to be opened during that live stream, thinking about that, check out our website banditslive.eu. You can buy there your booster packs and we will open them during the live stream. Also check out carefully because yes, you can buy sealed products on tcgbandits.eu and you can buy packs to be opened on banditslive.eu, and you can select also to combine the shippings so that you only buy one shipping fee. And if you by accident take a shipping at two sites, we will refund you one. Of course, we will never let you pay too much. Hell no. So if you like the video, come on. Last time I will be bitching about it. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell. My name was Sigi. I'm from TCG Bandits, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.